Hello, everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. I am your host, Nikki McCutchen. We are so excited that you're here. Just know that someone really cares about you to want you to know about this technology and invite you to the call tonight. The call tonight will be for 30 minutes. And if we have new people on the call tonight, we are going to be talking about the X39 patch that activates this amazing peptide in our bodies. We want to get started with our medical disclaimer. Tonight, we will be sharing this for informational purposes only. If you have any medical conditions, please check with your physician or healthcare practitioner. All LifeWave patches are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any disease. If you are on medications or have a medical condition or are pregnant or nursing, please check with your physician first. Oh, I'm so excited to introduce you guys tonight to my sweet friend, Chrissy. Thank you so much for coming on tonight, Chrissy. So if you will just get started and tell us how long you have been using the patches and why you decided to start using them.
Okay, well, gosh, I reconnected with Nikki. It was actually a year ago at our gym. We both work out at Lifetime Fitness, and we reconnected after several years. And we just started talking about, 50-something-year-old issues that I've been experiencing. And she introduced the patches to me. And so I have been using them consistently for a year now.
Yes, awesome. Okay. And so tell us what you have noticed, especially like when you just started using the patches, what were some things you noticed? And then as time has gone on, what have you noticed?
Well, I'm 53 years old. I am postmenopausal. So my hormones, are just kind of out of balance. I'm not taking any type of hormone replacement. I prefer the natural route. And that's probably my biggest difference. I've noticed that I'm sleeping better. I have more energy during the day. Um, Oh, I was having some anxiety because when your estrogen is diminished, it can create anxiety. It's definitely that's probably one of the biggest factors. It's definitely made my anxiety level go down. Something else I've noticed, my hair. My hair started thinning out, and it's really, really helped my hair get into a healthier state. So yeah, those are the main things I'm excited about.
Yes, that's so awesome. And so tell us, I know you had visited the doctor a few months back and had some positive results in your test results.
Yes. So, your hormones just affect your body in so many different ways. And another area, when you are low on estrogen, it raises your cholesterol levels. I've never had bad cholesterol. I've always tried to be, fairly healthy. Um, and my cholesterol was 222 2 years ago. Right? No, it would have been a year ago, September. 222. My bad cholesterol was up. My ratio was good, which they say that's what really matters. But anyway, I kind of freaked out with my cholesterol being high. So after being on the patches, that would have been in September. So it would have been about 9 months. It's my cholesterol level total number has gone down about 8 points, I believe, which doesn't seem like a lot. But I also got it tested a couple months later, um, and they had gone down even more. So I feel like it's, definitely heading in the right direction.
Yes, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool when you go in and you can have test results show something that you've been working on. So, and now I know you were skiing and you
Mhm.
had kind of an accident or a problem. So tell us about what happened with that.
Yeah, this was pretty cool also. My family, we went skiing just this past Christmas, the week after Christmas. Conditions were awful. There was no snow, so we were skiing over, rocks and little trees. And anyway, we went on a wrong path and ended up being on a slope that I should never have been on. So I basically, I think I probably sprained my wrist. I actually thought that I had maybe broken it because it hurt so bad. And I thought I'm going to have to get up the next morning, go to the urgent care, do all the stuff. But I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put a patch on it and see what happens. I wish I could remember which one I used, but I put it directly on my wrist. I woke up the next day and my pain was completely gone. And this was, I mean, I couldn't even zip my zipper on my coat. It hurt so bad. So, that was pretty huge to me.
Yes, absolutely. That is amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
when you don't have the use of one of your hands, it's
Hmm.
crazy how, that would totally freak you out. And then for you to just throw on a patch and for it to help, like that's like you're like, oh my gosh, this is a miracle. In the morning you can
Yeah.
zip everything and button everything. Yes.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was, I mean, I put ice on it as well, but the ice alone, there's no way. I mean, I did really think I was going to wake up to something, you know, pretty bad, and it wasn't.
Right.
Very
Yes.
thankful.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit more. You kind of touched on it, just the anxiety, what you've noticed with that.
Well, I've just, especially in the last few years, have been just experiencing just an underlying anxiety. I don't know if any of y'all deal with it, but um, it's just kind of a nervousness, and it would kind of get me worked up, make my heart rate elevate, and the patches have just definitely brought that down. I mean, my heart rate doesn't, you know, go up as often. Well, it doesn't ever really anymore. I mean, it's just really, really helped with the anxiety.
Yeah, and that's just so wonderful because it's that peace of mind, that you're not going to have this feeling just overcome you. So just to have
Mhm.
that even keel, of just, relaxation, kind of come over you to where you're not just feeling hyped up. So
Mhm.
that's such a blessing.
Yeah, I don't understand completely. I've done a lot of reading about the patches. I don't understand completely the science behind them, but I will say I'm so willing to try anything natural, versus medicine or surgery or, everything else the doctors are pushing. And so to me, I feel like Nikki was a godsend, coming back into my life after, gosh, how many, 20 years? I mean,
Yeah,
a
maybe
long time.
so. It was our kids were little.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I do. Yeah, I feel very blessed.
Yes, for sure. We all feel that way, and I'm so thankful to have you in my life again. You're just such a sweet soul and so precious. So it's just
Oh.
such a blessing. Yes. And so then the energy too, because like before, especially when you first started using them, we had been talking about both of us for like normally we take a nap after church on Sundays.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden we were like, oh my gosh, we don't have to take our naps.
Right.
Tell me about that as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, even during the week, if I had the opportunity, I'd, want to lay down and I could fall asleep, in just a few minutes. And I mean, sometimes be out for 2 hours. And yes, and part of that is probably from the lack of sleep because I was waking up every 2 hours. Um, so with the patches, I think both helping with my sleeping at night, uh, has, helped me not have to nap so much during the day. So yeah, did that answer your question?
Yes, yeah, yeah, I feel the same way as you, like, for me, that's a total miracle because
Yeah.
I same stuff, like, same feeling, like, at any time during the day, I could just lay down and be out, so it is
Mhm.
so nice to have energy, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
Yes, so thank you so much, your story is gonna help so many people, and we are so blessed that you would come on and share with us tonight. So I'm just going to share a little bit about this. This is what they look like, the X39 patch. It activates a peptide in our bodies called GHKCU, which then this peptide is amazing because it activates all kinds of things in our bodies. But one of the great things that activates is some of our dormant stem cells. So as we age, that's what kind of causes the aging process in our bodies is that our stem cells start to go dormant. And so as they do that, we have all of these things, lack of energy, trouble sleeping, wrinkles, just different things start happening to our bodies. And so this gets those peptides, or this activates the stem cells and says, come on, get up. It's time to get busy and get back so that we can be reset to a younger, healthier state. And what helps with that is our hydration, making sure we're drinking enough water. So half of our body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, that would be 50 ounces of water. 200 pounds, that would be 100 ounces of water every day, along with electrolytes, making sure you're getting potassium, sodium, magnesium, to help those cells be able to talk to each other and go and do what they need to do. And the recommendation is with the X39 that you want to wear it for 1 month for every decade you are old. So if you are 50, close to 50 like Chrissy and I, then you want to wear it 5 months to really see what the X39 patch can do for you. And you should have some kind of results within that 5 months, but then after that time, it's going to start having a compounding effect. So you should get more and more results that help to regenerate and reset your body to a younger, healthier state. And I can definitely attest to that with my back pain. It's just been an absolute miracle for me to not be out for a month every time I would hurt my back. I definitely it feels much more like high school to where I can just keep going, even though I might have some back pain, but I can just keep going through things versus not, just being stuck. So having that compounding effect is amazing to help reset us to a younger, healthier state. So Pastor Ed and Vicky, what would you like to add? I'd love to get your input as well. Thank you so much for being on the call tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I have something I wanted to share with you. There's an article in PubMed. Anybody familiar with PubMed?
Yes.
It talks
Yes.
about regenerating and protecting actions that GHKCU does. And we often say, what is GHKCU? It's a peptide or a protein in our body. And once that protein has been awakened, it is like the fountain of youth. And I know we can't make claims, but look at all this stuff that it says. I'm going to read right now, and I'm not going to be long, but I'm going to read to you something that is really important. It says it stimulates blood vessels and nerve outgrowth, increasing collagen, elastin, glycosaminoglycan. I don't know what that means. It also supports the function of dermal fibroblast. GHK has the ability to improve tissue repair that has been demonstrated for skin, lung, connective tissues, bony tissues, liver, stomach lining, so on and so forth. I'm going to make a copy and I'm going to paste this article so you guys can see it here on the chat. It is really, really incredible stuff that this technology does, and it's almost too good to be true. So I have a question for you, Chrissy. Thank you again for your testimony. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You may or may not know this, but what patches were you using to get first for your, you say you might not remember what you put for your hand, but initially, what were the patches that you've been using?
Well, I've tried several. I've used, I mean, I am consistently with X39. Let's see, Alavita, SP, is it SP6, Nikki?
Yeah, SP6. I know
Do you
you
remember?
started with the Eon, I think, too. So I think the
Yes,
Eon, yeah, is the one that really helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system that would help you not feel so anxious. So yeah, I'm
yes.
pretty sure you started with that one as well.
So probably right now, I've just gotten it down to where I'm using X39 and X49. I am just to kind of save some cost, honestly. So I'm just sticking to those two, but I may go back to adding the Aeon as well.
I'm glad you said that. And do you mind if I say one more
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
Nikki?
yeah.
Please
Um,
do.
okay, so and this is, I'm not, by no means I want to I'm coming against you, Chrissy, but this is something that I think that we should all know, and Sister Vicky and I would always go back and forth and talk about this, is the value. What value do you have? Say, for instance, God forbid, one of our kids gets sick and they need $1 million life-saving surgery. you know what? Believe it or not, we will do everything in our power to get to that. Why? Because we see value on it. So once we start seeing value on the things like health, see, Vicky says we are our number one, and I'm taking a little light from her, but she's awesome. So it's her birthday today, so I'm gonna have to elevate her, right? Just like GHK elevates us. So
We're
uh,
our best health advocate.
there you go.
We only know what our bodies need. So
Exactly. And you know
and
that's why it's important, right, honey? What like if I knew, like let's say you were giving me something that I knew was great for my health, and we're very healthy, we always take vitamins and so forth, I would take it. I by no means I'd say no, because you know I don't like medicines, right?
Mhm.
So when it comes to this technology, you know, what I want to say to all of us is the value that you have on it, right? So when you value something, man, you're gonna spend. When I started dating my wife, we went to all kind of restaurants and we did everything. I spent every penny that I made on my work in that week just to make her happy because I wanted to impress her, right? So that's what we do. If we turn that around and do it for ourselves, impress your body. This is the only temple that we will have, right? This is the only body that we carry our soul, our spirit with. So we have to take good care of it. And drinking, like Nikki says, you have to drink a lot of water. That's taking care of your body. Some people don't like to drink water. And, you know, and you think if you're drinking tea or something, it's just equivalent. It's not. You need to drink really good water and clean water. But thank you, Chrissy. I'll stop because I'll stop it right there. But thank you so much for your testimony. It was great. We enjoy it, and thank you, Nikki, for always bringing this great testimonials to us. Really appreciate it.
You're
Yes,
welcome. And I just want to add real fast. I feel like even though I have been on them a year, I'm still kind of experimenting with, you know, the patches. So like I said, I agree with you. I think health is, you know, you can't really put a dollar sign on it. So I may be adding more, you know, in the future. So thank you.
yes, absolutely. Oh, Vicky, do you have something else that you want to say?
Yes, I just wanted to ask Chrissy, thank you so much for sharing your testimony with us and what this technology has done for you. What patches were you using again?
So I started off and Nikki, you'll have to jump in to kind of remind me, but I started off using X39, Eon, and was there a third one?
I think it was just those two that you started with.
Those are the ones I started with, and I probably used those for a few months, and those tremendously made my anxiety go down. And then I just started experiencing or experimenting with some others, Alavita, SP6, and um, there was one
Yeah, and I
more.
think this is the first month that you're doing X49, right? The first time you've
Yes.
added that one. Yeah.
After
Yeah. So
after doing some reading, I decided I'm going to stick with the X39 and X49 and see how I do with those two.
That's
Mhm.
wonderful. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
going to ask about if she was using the X49. That's why I was wondering what patches you were using. So
Okay.
I'm just thankful for this and looking forward to hearing more of your testimony in the future.
Well, thank you. Thanks for letting me share.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, we're so thankful that you've come on. So thank you everyone who's been on the call tonight. Thank you, Pastor Ed and Vicky, for jumping in and everybody for helping me and being patient with me on the video. Please get back with the person that invited you tonight. I know they would be happy to get you more information or get you connected to Pastor Ed or Vicky or myself, and we would love to help you. So we're going to close out the call tonight. I just pray blessing over each one of you. Have a blessed evening, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Happy
God bless.
birthday, Vicky. Happy
Yes,
birthday.
happy birthday,
Good
Vicky.
night.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Thank you.